going to have an amber cover over it. I usually push a hole in the amber cover so I can hang them together. Okay, it's light sensitive, you're going to want to keep it covered. So the first thing you do is you grab your micro tubing set and you spike your bag. Okay, it hangs in there, and your tubing should come around to the bottom section here. Your pump opens up on the side over here. Okay.
You're free.
This little black device here is called your key. Okay. Your key will only go in one direction, right there. So put your key in first, and then the blue circular device will fit right there where it's supposed to. Okay. Close your pump door. Turn this on. Since we have a new bag, new tubing, okay, I'm going to go ahead and hook it up to my Aerogen. My Aerogen should already be in line on my humidifier. Dry side should be labeled with the patient's name and then write Flowland on it so we don't mix drugs, okay? Sometimes your patient will be on albuterol at the same time. Your albuterol can either be teed in at the Y where you normally do it, or you can put another Aerogen on the wet side. Okay. Hook your Aerogen up to your controller. Okay. This is your main page when it pops up. First thing that you're going to do is press no for your menu. Punch in your code, hit OK. First function is to prime, hit OK. Takes about 45 seconds to prime, and it's priming your tubing here.
Okay.
So new bag, new tubing, new patient, and we're priming. This usually takes about 5 mLs to prime this tubing. If you look down here, our Aerogen is filling up. This will not normally happen. So when you have new tubing that you're priming, your Aerogen is not going to fill up, okay? After this finishes priming, you may have 1 or 2 drops in your Aerogen.
But during the priming, it will fill it up.
Pardon?
During the priming time, it's filled up.
During the priming time, it's just priming this tubing. Okay, that's all it's doing. It's filling up now because the tubing's already been primed 5 times today.
Okay, so that's fine.
So after it's done priming, it automatically goes to your next step, which is select protocol. Okay? You hit start. Punch in your code again. Is this a new patient? This is our initial setup, so we're going to say yes. Starting dose, 0.05 micrograms per kilogram per minute. This is where we're always going to start. Okay? Patient's weight. This is where we look at our resources. So if I have a 5'6" male, what is my predicted body weight?
5'6" is 6'10".
Male.
Yeah.
Isn't that female on this side?
This is the male. All
Okay.
this male column. 5'6" in GT is 60. Same. 5'6" in 60.
60?
60.
So we'll put in a 60 and hit start. When it's flashing, that means it's calculating your dosage. Now you're going to just check this. Volume to be infused, 50 mLs. We know that because we just hung a new bag. Concentration, 30 micrograms per milliliter. If we did the math, that's what it would be. Okay, hit OK. The rate is 180 micrograms per hour. Again, if you do the math, that's what you should come up with. Hit OK, start infusion, and now we're going. Once we hit start infusion, we're going to come down to our controller, push it in and hold it down until it goes into the continuous mode. Are we in continuous mode? We are. So, this is a great example of it not infusing, probably because we have an air bubble.
That's
There
good.
we go.
It's not visible on the other side, or is
Well, you
it
can
going
see
down?
it.
It's going to the downside.
You would be able to see it here,
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, you would
It's
be able to
filling
see it
the
here.
chamber.
So, yeah. So on your ventilator, this is probably gonna be down a little bit
So we'll
lower.
have some gravity
Mhm.
helping.
But oftentimes, the therapist will tape this up
Okay.
so that you don't get your kinks down here. Okay. Should not see a continuous nebulization like this. Like I said, what will typically happen is you'll get a drop, nebulize. And about a minute and a half later, you'll get another drop, nebulize.
Oh,
Okay?
wow.
Just because
So-
too much time it is filled up, that's why it's happening right now.
Correct. 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 So the second function you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be able to titrate a protocol. Okay? So after a couple hours, the doctor says, go ahead and let's start weaning. Okay? So you're going to come in, you're going to push stop to pause, then you'll hold it down to get to your menu. Press it again for your menu. Put in your code, and then we're going to scroll down to hit select protocol. Okay? Put in your code again. It's asking, is this a new patient? No, this is not a new patient. Now we're going to scroll down to 0.04 because we only want to wean by 0.01 every
At a
2
time.
hours, correct? So, it's asking us to verify this information. Patient's weight has not changed. So now it's calculating again. So now it's telling me what my current infusion is, what's left. My concentration remains the same because the pharmacy mixes it at that concentration, okay? Rate has now changed. It's now down to 144, okay? Very simple. Very simple, okay? To change out a bag, you go through almost the same process. So you have to stop your pump, go to your menu, put in your code, and you're going to scroll down to change a bag. Okay? When it says change bag, that's when you change your bag. You pull this bag out, take it off, spike your new bag, and hang it. Okay? Hit OK. It's going to ask you again to verify all your information. And then you just scroll through. Literally takes 2 minutes. Once you get used to where the buttons are and all of that, it takes 2 minutes to go through either one of those steps.
Cool.
Okay? About every 5th or 6th bag, you're going to have to change your tubing. I recommend that you do them both at the same time. Okay?